Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your March new moon reading. I have been inspired by the new moon in Pisces conjuncting Jupiter in early Pisces, and this is amplifying and expanding on our natural desire for one love consciousness where we recognize and understand the connection to all things and beings in our world, in the universe. It also is expanding our creativity, and with a sextile to Uranus and Taurus, we are being encouraged to be innovative, to reach for and build things that are unfamiliar to us or unknown to others. So, this is going to be the first 2 weeks of March. I've laid out the past, the present, and the immediate future. I'll clarify with another tarot deck, and I will finish up with an oracle card. If you enjoy these readings, if you find them useful, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate all of you that do. So Leo, let's get started with the Nine of Swords, your overall energy that reflects really a kind of collective process that many of us have been exploring, experiencing for the past several months indeed, and for many of us for several years. The Nine of Swords is indicating that you have gone deep into your unconscious, looking at those undesirable behaviors, those negative experiences, painful experiences, aspects of yourself that you have avoided or are difficult to look at, to hold because of the pain that they contain. You have been fearlessly diving into this vast ocean of experiences and the feelings that they've generated, and you've really looked at a way of detaching yourself from these negative experiences that have impacted on your sense of self, your sense of self-worth. You, in your attempt to understand these experiences, you have learned that these experiences were given to you for a reason. And the lessons that you are learning, that you are understanding as you now look at your role and responsibility in your part, in the part that you played in these failures or disappointments, betrayals or heartbreaks, was intentional and has actually gained you a place of release that you are now able to stand in by letting go of these negative, this perspective of negativity towards these experiences that you have indeed learned from. And as you learn from these experiences, you are able to release them and make space for new experiences. In the past, you have the Eight of Jades, the Hierophant, and the Six of Cups. So the Hierophant is showing me that you have committed to yourself. You have now committed to your higher potential as you've learned the lessons of these past experiences and cleared the deck, so to speak. You have been released and rebounded into this new aspect of prayer, meditation, and seeking answers from the divine. So this is you really understanding that the way out has been to look for help, look for guidance. As you've learned, you want to continue learning. You now understand that there's more growth for you as you have successfully gone through this tremendous period of work. Fortunately, the work that you are now focused on has borne incredible fruits. In addition, you are refocused on the devotional love of the craft or work that you are now redevoted to as you align with your higher potential. With unimagined dreams and goals that were not in your purview as a result of old experiences. And you are additionally really looking at the alignment of your relationships, all relationships, including relationship to your work, Leo. Your relationships are all based on the sense of giving and receiving, of devotion, of the expectation of fairness and equity, if not equality, so that to each his needs is something that you have a renewed appreciation of, because your need and your expectation in relations with your work with others has been elevated to a new level of standard. You have a new vision of your capacity in such a way that you understand the relationship of others to your growth. In the present, you have the Eight of Cups. You have the Servant of Cups, and you have the Two of Jades. So the Eight of Cups is also indicating that you have learned a vast amount, and that has encouraged you to recognize that you have outgrown a situation to which you devoted yourself with focus, you gave a lot of your heart and effort to, and you now recognize that you want to find meaning elsewhere. You're moving on, and that in many ways is part of the role of the Hierophant as an intermediary between, as in many religions, the priest, the Pope in this case, is understood to be an intermediary between humans and deity. In this case, you are now recognizing that we are all intermediaries between our lower and our higher selves, that you have now glimpsed a sense of your own potential through understanding the many lessons that you've learned. And you are now in a position to open up to this position of learning, sharing, and receiving, hearing. This is an important component to your ability as a teacher, as a way shower, to listen. And you are taking in information from others who similarly have a desire to move on, to seek help, to ask for assistance, to move higher, to learn new things. The Two of Jades indeed is focusing on that ability to open up your heart. As you open your heart, as you are beginning to heal your heart, you are vacillating and weighing out, juggling the two perspectives that you have gained. And I don't want to support any kind of false binary of good, evil, higher, lower, better, best. I am really recognizing and hope that you're hearing it is infinitely more complex than that, and that binaries are false to a certain extent. It's a question of growth and development, and you are in a position where you are taking a perspective and an experience from your past, and that is being transitioned and transformed through your understanding, your ability to open up and ask for help, to seek the support that you need to move to a different vision of your potential, your capacity, and your growth. In the immediate future, you have the Lord of Jades, or the King of Pentacles, the Devil card, and the Three of Cups. So yeah, I'm sensing this as your energy, Leo, right now. The Lord of Jades, the King of Pentacles, is this masterful manifester. This is a person who is abundant, who is sitting within the arena of their prosperity, their comfort, their protection, their safety, and more importantly, their generosity. I see you turning away from what you now understand to be exactly what I was talking about, this false binary that we have all been acculturated into believing and understanding it was the way the world worked. And the devil is the falsity of the way the world works. In fact, you now recognize that you have a choice. What you once understood as your responsibility to meet the needs of others, to fulfill their expectations of your efforts, you are now recognizing that this is a false view of the world, that actually the world proceeds, our desires, our work proceeds from our heart, from our authentic selves. And you're now moving forward, understanding your needs and your expectation that your needs can be met in the relationships and the things that you build and create. That is now an expectation that others are not the sole benefactor of your efforts, that you are a part of a relationship of equal give and take. And that this vision of the Six of Cups, I think in the traditional deck, it is quite possibly a better visual match with the Devil card. But this is the reality that you are moving to, and that is of generosity, the generosity of the King of Pentacles, the Lord of Jades, and also the equal give and take, the equal distribution of resources among those involved. You're also understanding that this movement from the heart, this desire from the center of who you are, is something that you are now in a position to share with others. This coming from the center of your heart, Leo, is your domain. This is your skill. This is what Leos come to learn. And as you experience this more authentically through this great work that you've undertaken, you are now in a position to share your vulnerability, your weaknesses, understanding that what appears to be weakness can be strength, and that the exposure of your vulnerability to others encourages you for them to share and understand that we all contain parts of ourselves that feel incompetent, not capable, weak, less than. And instead, it is the sharing of those experiences that allows us to be compassionate with one another, and indeed to celebrate the vast support that we can give to one another. So this is a natural flowing out of, into a community of caring, out of the core, out of your heart, and your willingness and ability to open up and learn this new way of moving forward that doesn't seek to take control, to take care of everybody, but rather seeks to share the difficulties of being one's best self with others, so that we are all learning, and you are part of modeling that learning for others. I'm going to clarify the Eight of Cups here with the King of Pentacles, a repeat card, and the Three of Cups. Both of these are repeats. I love this. This is a confirmation that you are moving through a very powerful transition yourself. The King of Pentacles is the place so many of us would like to be. I'm a Capricorn. This is an aspect of my life's path, and I so respect and appreciate the energy that is required to exhibit this mastery, to hold this abundance on behalf of a whole community. And you're also learning that moving away from being the caretaker to being part of a community of care, celebrating that community of compassion, that willingness and safety that you've created, the protection that exists when we come together and share our intimate stories, our suffering, our pain, and learn that we can support each other by no more than the intimate sharing of our darker periods. I'm also going to clarify the Devil card here with the King of Swords and the Lover's card. Well, I definitely see you building the basis on which to make best choices for yourself about what works for you. And I see you building this into a relationship, Leo. I see you prioritizing relationships on a new basis, and it's a bit of a repeat at a higher level of the Six of Cups, where you have options before you, but because you have committed to yourself, because you've made the effort to detach yourself from your feelings, to remove yourself and witness the way you think about things, witness the new truths that you are discovering and uncovering, willing to pursue the ideas and the inspirations that you can identify in your own story, you are now in a position to recognize that you can choose. From the Devil to the Lovers is really a moving back to source. This is you understanding that this choice you make for yourself by choosing yourself, and also for others by recognizing that it is on the basis of this deep self-knowledge that you can truly and authentically connect with others. I'm going to finish out this reading, Leo, with an oracle card and ask you, if you're enjoying this reading, you find it useful, please like and share my videos so that I can produce more. And I've overturned this lovely green crystal of sorts, and the key, it is a malachite. The key word is healing. I am a healing machine, manifesting miracles. Leo, this is the first time I've pulled this card. I love it. I'm going to leave it here. Again, I thank you for your time and your attention. And until next time, Namaste.